Hey everybody! So I've actually been standing here moving all over my home in Illinois and trying to find a good connection. It's actually telling me right now my signal is weak, so hopefully this will work out. I may need to move around a little bit. So I'm going to try to see if I can get a better connection. So tonight I am continuing on talking about the habits, what it takes actually to create habits to become persistent. And last night I talked about habit number one, and I kind of let the cat out of the bag, to be honest. I told you a little bit about habit two also, even though I said I wasn't going to divulge anything until each day. But last night I talked about you need to have a clear purpose, number one. So in order to become persistent with something, you've got to have a clear purpose and design of like, what are you going for? So purpose is number one. Number two, what do you need to become persistent in pursuing something? Well, you need to have a plan. So a purpose is I want to become debt free. A plan is, well, how am I going to get debt free in the next 6 months or the next year? You have to be extremely specific with this as well. You can't just say, well, I'm going to be debt free in 6 months. Great. I want to be a lot of things in 6 months, right? Maybe I want to lose weight. Maybe I want to do a bikini competition. No, just kidding. So there's so many different things that we might want to do in a certain amount of time, but if we don't have a plan in place and then take consistent action with it, that's really not being persistent about anything. So how would you become debt-free in 6 months? Well, let's just say you have a business and you could determine, well, if I sold 3 things of this every single month in 6 months, I could pay off my credit cards and be completely debt free. That'd be so awesome. So that's a little bit of an action plan. Then you would need to come up with steps. How are you going to sell those 3 things? Because maybe you haven't done it to this point. So what are you going to do different, right? You need maybe a different action plan to put that into place so that it actually does occur. So have a purpose, number one. Number two, have a very specific outlined plan. And part of number two is also taking consistent results or taking consistent action every single day. You know, it's not just about I'm moving again, connection's weak. Okay, so it's not just about I'm going to do stuff every now and then when I feel like it. If you're going to really truly make that happen, you might need to be doing it every single day. So how are you going to be consistent and stay consistent? That's actually what it takes to be persistent with something, right? It's not giving up. And so whenever you can do that consistently day in and day out and say, I'm going to reach my goals, I'm going to achieve this, I'm going to make it happen, then you can develop the habits of being persistent. And so I hope this was really helpful. And I'm super excited. I can't wait to talk to you about habit number 3, which is really important as well. I'll do that tomorrow though, so you have to stay tuned. So if you like what I talked about tonight, if you find that it was valuable, then go ahead and hit like or comment below or share it. I would love that. And with that, I'll say goodbye and have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow.